A few moments later.
His very first move as the executive was to sign Lamar Odom, who was on crack.
That's crazy. Wow. Man, with that being said, the Pacers lose tonight to the Miami Heat, 125-120. The combine's still going on. We're going to talk about things that's going around the NBA, too. We got to bring y'all some NBA updates. And there's a couple other things we got in store for y'all. So, with that being said, let's go! Cold game. First round draft pick. Welcome to another episode of Cold Game. I'm your host, Isaiah Dotson. I'm here with my co-host, Bigg.Malc. How you doing tonight, cuz?
Doing all right, man. Doing good, man. It's the, first night of Ramadan, so I'm going to start my fast tomorrow. And, shout out to, all the people, standing hard in their deen and go through that struggle for that 30 days. So
that's a beautiful thing. So tonight, the Indiana Pacers took on the Miami Heat down in Miami. We ended up taking the L, 125 and the 120. Wasn't pretty. Cuz, let me get your thoughts about the game.
I mean, I'm disgusted. I told you I wanted to take my shirt off, man, because I don't even know why I got on the Pacers t-shirt right now. I'm disgusted. I mean, we let Tyler Hero go out there, but they'll give us a 30 ball. Duncan Robinson gave us a 20 ball off the bench. So see what they were shooting. Shoot, Tyler Hero only went 3 for 10 from 3, 4 for 5 from the field. So, if we look on our end, Siakam, he did his thing. 36 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. 8 from 11 from 3. He was stretching that floor out. Miles Turner, 22 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 for 9 from 3. Halliburton didn't do too much of that. 19 points, 8 for 15 from the field. I don't know how we lose to the Heat. You tell me, cuz.
I'm going to tell you why. And disgusted was a very appropriate word to use for the loss. To end the third quarter, we had our backups in. The bench was in. T.J. McConnell in game. T.J. McConnell, he scored a bucket to put us up 92-91. Miami then proceeded to end the quarter. Scores like 102-92. We didn't score another point for the rest of the quarter. So that's how we ended it off. They started off the fourth quarter. I think they got another bucket. And by that time, Rick Carlisle decided to put our starters back in as he should. The starters came in. Pascal Siakam start going crazy. And when I say crazy, the man was cooking. I'm talking like 16 points in the fourth. 8 for 12 from 3, and most of them threes came in at the fourth. He was splacking. We ended up taking the lead. But it was frustrating because the league was going back and forth. And it wasn't like their star players was cooking. It was the backups. It was Duncan Robinson. Bucket, a 3. We couldn't stop him. It was frustrating. Came down to the last minute or 2 of the game. We going back and forth. Can't get a stop. We trading basket with him. The game is tied. We end up doubling Tyler Hero, leave Davion Mitchell open for a wide open 3. He splashes it. We come down, 40 seconds left. We bring it all the way down to the clock. Everything's going down, and we end up turning the ball over. Halliburton threw the ball away on a drive. So it was disappointing. It was very disappointing because we played so hard, and then that fourth quarter, our starters really stepped up. Miles Turner hit some big threes. Pascal was going off. Tyler Halliburton, he was playing well too, but it was frustrating because we couldn't pull it off, So very disappointed. Wish we could have got that dub, but we still maintain our place in the East as a 4th seed. So only thing we can do is just prepare and get ready for next game and come together and try to get a dub. But player of the game for me, definitely Pascal. He was a man. When he's on his game, he's a killer. There's really not a lot of players with his skill set. And really, I'm still studying him and trying to figure out what exactly he is. But he's just a hooper through and through. He's gonna knock down threes, 8 for 11. So if you leave him up, he can knock down threes. But he's too big to put a small forward on him, but he's also too quick to put a power forward on him. So he's definitely a mismatch nightmare. So big game from him. I just wish we'd have got that dub. So, any final thoughts about that game, or
yeah, my just final thoughts about that game. I mean, it's a tough loss. I mean, I think I don't think it was a lack of them not playing hard and things of that nature. You just that's the game of basketball. Like I say, it's a streaky game, so we just got to pick them up on Sunday against the Bulls, and then March 4th they got the Rockets. So like I said, these are not hard games. These are the games that we got to win. Keep us where we need to be in that playoff hunt. So I think we had a good spot right now. 4 is a good spot. I would like 3, but we'll see how that goes as the season unfolds.
Absolutely. All right, now moving on. Other happenings around the NBA. Major happenings. The Boston Celtics lose to the Cavs, or should I say the Cavs beat the Celtics after being down 25-3. They end up storming back and taking that game. The Garden was very electric tonight. A lot of energy in the building. Cleveland came in the game on an 8-game winning streak, so the Celtics were definitely up for that game. Cavs hold the number 1 spot in the East, and the game started off with the Celtics jumping right on them, jumped out to a 25-3 lead. Jason Tatum on the screen saying, man, what are we talking about? He's wop, 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 wop out of his mouth. What happened? Donovan Mitchell showed him who's really like that. End up putting the Cavs right on his back. He said it didn't hurt. He can carry the load, and he went monkey. Very clutch plays down the stretch, and like the Cavaliers ended up defeating the Celtics. So, what's your thoughts about that game, and what's your thoughts about the NBA and overall right now?
I like the NBA overall right now. The NBA is not like the NFL. Like, people can get on the top of that NFL and sit on it for a minute, like the Chiefs have been doing. So the NBA too, I can't say that because you think of teams like the Golden State Warriors and those teams that win year after year. But I just like how the positioning fight for it. Just at this point of the season, you just who can get them home court advantages that matters in the playoffs. And I like that teams are coming up. Cleveland's coming up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they fought hard. They've been building that roster for a minute. So, but I think too, I'm just looking at the box score on that game, man. I think between Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they had 61 shots. You know what I'm saying? 61 shots. It's obvious what the Celtics are out there trying to do. They trying to get the ball to Tatum or Jaylen Brown. So as long as you can stop one of them, you might have their card. And obviously, Cleveland had the recipe. So I like what you said because Boston didn't lose to Cleveland. The Cavs beat Boston, and that's something to be said. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell, the 41 big ones. That was a good team win for them hot Cavaliers.
So let me ask you this, cuz with the debate currently raging right now, who is the face of the league after Braun retires? Who will become the face of the league? And Just give me your thoughts about that.
Man, the face of the NBA. That's a lot of names that could come after LeBron leaves. I mean, you got the guys like Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka. There's a lot of names you throw out there. I mean, who is people gonna come pay to see? You know, I mean, I want to say Luka. I mean, he's out there in LA, a big platform, big team. Like, you can hand the keys right to him, but it just depends on, you know, people like to see winners. You know, I mean, Steph Curry's still in the league, but I don't know if you can promote Steph Curry as the face of the league, as, you know, on his way out the door with LeBron. So he missed his era. But man, I would love to see Anthony Edwards. You know, I'm a big Anthony Edwards fan. You know, I like his style of play. I like how he attacks the media. I like how he, you know, attacks the rim. You know, so it's hard to say, but I think if LeBron retires today, should be Jason Tatum, but he's not that marketable. I don't know if he's that marketable like Anthony Edwards is.
That's a great answer. But in reality, in my opinion, the face of the league is to be determined. I don't think anybody's really earned it yet, because there's nobody currently outside of Bron, KD, Steph, that I'm excited to see come to town. Nobody's really earned that position yet. And the face of the league, it can't be Jokic. It can't be, because he's not bringing enough people behind him. Nobody from Serbia really cares about the NBA. They care about horses and things of that nature. The NBA, the face of the NBA has to be an American-born player. So it automatically disqualifies certain players like Luka. Maybe not a player so much like Wembanyama, just because France is they have a heavy basketball culture out there, so potentially he could, but I just don't see it. The face of the league has to come from within the American shores, and I haven't seen enough from anybody to give them the credit of being close to achieving that goal. And people will argue, hey, why not Ant? Well, Ant hasn't made it to an NBA Finals. You can't be the face of the league if you're not competing for championships.
Right.
So he has to get there first. Hey, why isn't Jason Tatum? He has 6 All-Stars. He's made an NBA All-First Team, or he made an All-NBA team 4 years. He's been an All-Star MVP. He's won a gold medal. He's won an NBA championship. But he ain't win a Finals MVP. He's not even the best player on his team.
Hey.
So, and I've been saying that since Jaylen Brown was drafted to the Celtics. He's better than Jason Tatum. You can't market Jason Tatum as being the face of the league when he's not even the best player on his team. He doesn't have great marketability, because when the time to rise to the occasion comes, all I see is boing boing.
Right. That's right.
He's not killing bricks. 2 years ago, when Miami was in the conference finals, Jimmy Buckets had him right where he wanted him. Had him in the clap. He had a historically bad series that down there.
Shout out to Jaylen Brown.
So Jimmy Buckets really shut Jason Tatum down. Last year's conference finals, last year's NBA finals, it was Jaylen Brown with the heroics. It was Jaylen Brown with the consistency every night on both ends. It was not Jason Tatum. So for Tatum to come out and promote himself as, hey, if you take my accomplishments, take away the name, take away the face, then I should be the face of the league. Jason Tatum, pipe down, young fella. There's more work to be done. You're not really like that. How you think you are. I think a lot of accolades was given to you. A lot of credit was given to you very early, and it wasn't deserving yet. They just liked you because you was the kid from Duke and you was quiet and humble, skinny, and you was hoping. But when it come time to apply pressure, we didn't see you fold.
Right.
So let me tell you this. Lay out the relaxer in your hair. And I ain't even trying to Jones. Bro, but you're trying to be too cute out there. Chill out. Calm down publicly because you got the public relationship with LMA. Tell her stay at home. Tell Lil Deuce stay at home. Because what I'm about to do on this court is about to get real ugly. And that's how it should be. Basketball is not a pretty game. If you want to establish yourself as the face of the league, you got to get dirty. Am I saying something wrong, cuz?
No, you ain't saying that wrong. You got to get dirty. I mean, just think about, first off, you don't tell people I'm the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? The people tell you who the face of the league is, and that's between a large market, you know what I'm saying? You might be the man out in Boston, you know what I'm saying? But the perception from where I'm sitting at, you know what I'm saying? I think Jaylen Brown's the man out in Boston. You know what I'm saying? When I sit down and watch the game, you know what I'm saying? As I'm watching, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you might be, the pretty boy out there or whatever have you, and you the one that got the face, but, Jaylen Brown got the dog in him, He's the one that keep that, machine running. I know you get the shots. Maybe I could probably say Jason Tatum shoots better than Jaylen Brown, and then that's the type of league we in. We in a shooters league, but when it comes to the full package, I think Jaylen Brown, I like you said, I don't think Jason Tatum's the best player on his team. So that could be on a night-to-night basis. But, the people decide who the face of the league is.
And you said something that's very important that really just summed up my whole thoughts and feeling about this as we wrap it up. Jason Tatum, you need that dog in you. Jaylen Brown got the dog. You got the Chihuahua. You got the poodle. You got the Shih Tzu. You need to bring out that bull mastiff. You need to bring out that and get real mean. And that's how you become the face of the league. Brian had to do it. He had to do it.
Hate it. They still hate him to this day.
They hate him. He had to be the villain. He had to make them hate him to elevate to the face of the league. And with that came the respect. And that's how it always has to go. You have to get somebody got to shed some blood. And what that means, we'll find out in a couple months. So, moving on. NFL Combine is in Indianapolis. There's been some things happening. There's been some players signing. And some things that I've learned that maybe I was not giving enough credit to is that this class is deep. On this show, if you've been watching, me and Malc have had our eyes on a certain player that goes by the name of Tyler Warren. But what we're starting to understand and what I'm starting to understand and what I'm seeing, the tight end class is deep. There's many players that can make an impact. So if Tyler Warren goes top 10, how he's expected, the Colts are sitting at number 14. If Tyler Warren happens to go top 10 or before or off the board before we pick, there's a lot of other good tight ends. Colston Loveland out of Michigan. He's nice. Has a little smaller frame than Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren's about 6'6", 260. But he can still move. Colston is about 6'5", 250. So he's more built to run sail routes and run past safeties, which I like. So he's an option. You have players like Mason Taylor, tight end from LSU, the son of the great Jason Taylor. His route running is extremely refined. He may not have the breakaway speed as the other two, but if you're looking for route running and toughness across the middle, he's definitely that guy. You have a player like Harold Perkins, or a player
Harold Fanning.
Harold Fanning, tight end out of Bowling Green. Maybe not the most acclaimed tight end because he came from a small school, but he has the best stats. And as we know, it's been tight ends that come from lower or more humble beginnings that come to the NFL and kill. And then the last tight end, the kid Arroyo out of Miami. He can definitely be an option. So we're deep at tight end in this class. We just need to find the right fit and the right value for us, and we're gonna rock with it. What's your thoughts from today's combine, Malc?
Yeah, I think there's some guys popped out. Other than the top guys who were expected. But as far as me, how I view the combine, I always view it in terms of what the Colts need, you know what I'm saying? Because that's who I'm, out there keeping my eye on for. So my thing with Tyler Warren, I think he might be the best tight end available in the draft. Now, are there other good tight ends? Yes. None of them are Tyler Warren, in my opinion. So now if Tyler Warren is not available, that doesn't mean I have to go grab the next best tight end right now. I don't think so. Just because now you're getting into the conversation of, well, is this tight end, can he really come in and compete with Granson and Mo Alley Cox and, what's your, and the other tight end, I can't think of his name right now.
Colin Granson, Mo Alley Cox. Yep, Ogletree, yep.
Ogletree. But can he compete with them? So I'm not going to waste that, first-round draft pick on a second-tier tight end. I'm going to take that draft pick, and I might have to go shore up another position that I'm looking to get at. But like I said before, do whatever it takes to go get Tyler Warren. Don't let him slip. You know what I'm saying? The NFL, y'all know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The fans don't know. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know who wants who, and y'all know who has their eye on who. So if you know somebody might take him before y'all get to him, then y'all going to have to start getting into some negotiations. You know what I'm saying? And I think at this point, which I want. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't get JT. You know what I'm saying? Who else y'all want? I mean, I don't know, who's available, but we don't have to waste that first round pick. If it's not Tyler Warren, then let's, see what these other guys are talking about. Cause like I said, we want to have a game changer out there. I don't want to just get somebody who we on. I want a game changer, with that first round pick.
You train Franklin? Zaire?
For Tyler to pick up Tyler Warren?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be a fit. Nobody would do that just because of the positional value. I don't think, but
right.
Yeah.
We're going to have to trade somebody. I don't
Yeah,
want to start
trade some
naming
picks or
names because shout out the coach, man. I don't want to start saying names, man, because that's my squad, man.
I'm gonna let them choose the names. I'm gonna let them choose the names, but just don't make it too crazy. I'm gonna let them choose the names. But
For sure.
we just need some value out of our pick. That's all I'm saying. Let's get some real value. Whether we go on, you asked me the other night about trading back. I'm like, well, what are we trading for? That's my thing. Like my ears is open to whatever. Let's get some names out there. Let's, if we sticking with AR, well, let's build around AR. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get that offense together. That offense needs to be pristine this year. I seen Jaden Daniels do it. You know what I'm saying? I seen Jaden Daniels coming as a as a rookie and
Off the
playing
rip.
so off the rip, you know. So we need to get our offense straight. Okay, guys, hold on, cause technical difficulties. You went out. Hold on.
There we go. Off the
Okay,
bat.
Oh,
All right.
man.
All right. So one last thing we wanted to touch on. We're gonna give y'all Friday night coaching update of our coaching search for Indiana men's basketball. At this hour is really all rumors. What we do know is who's not coming. We know Brad Stevens has publicly removed his name from consideration. We do know that Dusty May has signed an extension, therefore eliminating him from contention of becoming the next Indiana men's basketball coach. So what do we have left from the field? It's 4 options in my opinion. And it should be others, but it sounds like from what the AD Scott Dolson is looking for, is really 4 options. Number 1, Scott Drew, head coach at Baylor, won a national championship in 2021. Great coach. I think he has the best resume just because he has that national championship on that resume. That's something that other coaches don't have. So he would be a great pickup. Number 2 on the wish list right now, Otzelberger. TJ Otzelberger out of Iowa State. Has Iowa State playing at a very high level. His wife is an alum of Iowa State. So the behind the scenes, they saying it would be a hard pull for him to get him out of Iowa State. But if he were to leave, he would be looking to go to a place with better resources, a place like Indiana, but he necessarily doesn't want to be in the fishbowl, which Indiana would be. So those reports are, they kind of contradict each other, but we'll see. We've been in contact with his people, so we'll see where those discussions go. Option number 3, Mick Cronin, head coach for UCLA. Just won his 500th game recently. He has Midwest roots. He was a coach at Cincinnati for a very long time. Won a lot of games there. He's been to the Final Four with UCLA. He established a culture of tough nose, hard defense. Doesn't run the prettiest offense, but he's a winner. And lastly, the wild card, Ben McCollum, Drake. His first year coaching D1 this year at Drake, he has him already clinched up to win the Missouri Valley Conference. Their record is 26-3. And he has them right where the fans in the administration wants them. He's following up another great coach, Darren DeVries. He went to West Virginia. But Ben McCollum has won everywhere he's been. And he was at Northwest Missouri. He created a D2 dynasty over there. Multiple national championships. Multiple. And he came to Drake this year and continued the same thing. So could he change the program? Could he be a good fit? Maybe. But he doesn't have the recruiting experience of recruiting to this D1 level, recruiting a national prominent program like Indiana. So it would be a learning curve. He would have to get assistance with recruiting ties to Indiana to really establish himself, and it would be an uphill climb. But he would be the man for the job. Now, what's your thoughts about this coaching search?
This is all up in the air. I think for IU, they really need a big change in pace. I mean, we'll see how Wilson finishes out the season, but I think it's pretty clear that he's going to be done after this. So you got to get somebody in there. I think out of all those names that you talked about, I like who's your boy from LSU?
From LSU, are you talking about from Baylor, Scott Drew?
Yeah, Scott Drew. Yeah, excuse me, Scott Drew. I think that's probably the just hearing the accolades and things of that nature. I think that he might be the best candidate. So, yeah, I guess. Yeah, Scott Drew would probably be my choice if I had to.
Scott Drew, come on.
today.
All right. With that being said, if you're watching this and haven't subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We love to conversate. Make sure you comment and let us know what you think about this episode. And we love to communicate. So we want to hear your thoughts about the Pacers. We want to hear your thoughts about who the face of the league is. We want to hear your thoughts about the combine. Tap in with us. On that note, y'all have a great night. As always, Cold Game.
Okay.
Cold game. First round draft pick.